Hi, you're watching Stacey and All the Things. We got a couple of things on this video. First of all, we're going to make Paula Deen's house seasoning, and then I'm going to use it to marinate fried chicken. It's my favorite recipe I got off of a YouTube channel. I'll put something up here so that you can see what channel I'm talking about. I tried this recipe and loved it. They don't really give you like amounts to make the slurry that goes on the chicken, so I just tried to make my own. Then I got online and did some research. I found a recipe that kind of gives you some amounts, and so I'm gonna try it. I will share it. Let's get to this. Okay, one thing I can tell you about making a mix like this at home, you use up a lot of your little bottles. I've emptied 2 bottles so far, coming up with enough ingredients to make the house seasoning. First of all, we're gonna start out with some salt. This is sea salt. Oh, it's making a mess. Stand by. Take 2. All right, so this salt is, let me show you what I got here. Sea salt, and it's fine, okay? I try really hard not to use salt that has iodine in it, and I like the salt that has like more the minerals and stuff in it, and then there's the caking agents and all that kind of stuff. They just ruin it for me. All right, still look at this. I still need more salt. All right, we're breaking out the big guns. This is a package of real salt that I purchased. These salts, the pink Himalayan and the real salt, sometimes you get a little bit of dirt in the bottom because they are mined from the ground. So if you're trying to do some decadent, creamy recipe that shouldn't have granules in a recipe, don't use the real salt or the pink Himalayan sea salt. All right, so that right there is 1 cup. Now, to that, we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of garlic. 1/4 cup of garlic, I already measured these out. A 1/4 cup of pepper. And the newest thing that she adds is a 1/4 cup of onion. Many years ago when I made this recipe, she didn't use onion, but she's starting to use onion. And I decided I wanted to try it, so. All right, hopefully we got enough room in here. We can do some shaking and mixing. That's kind of cool looking. Look at that. That'd make a cool Christmas gift. You just tell them shake it up your own. You shake up the holidays. How could we use the word shake in a Christmas gift? I don't know. I'd have to come up with something. I bet I could come up with something though. All right, so we're gonna take this house seasoning and we're gonna put it on the chicken and we're gonna let it marinate while we get everything else ready. My chicken, I had my husband pull it out about an hour ago so that it's trying to get to room temperature. Wow, okay. That's it right there, house seasoning. All right, let's put it on the chicken now. All right, you remember those chicken legs that I bought about a month ago? I pulled them out, I thawed them, cut them into pieces. I have a thigh with the back on it and a leg. So I've got 4 pieces of chicken in there. I'm gonna pour on this house seasoning. Raise you guys up. You raise me up. Okay, here we go. Now, we just wanna make sure that this is covered. And we're just gonna let this marinate, this salt. We want it I'm gonna sneeze. I just got it. Now that that piece of skin's pulled off there, I wonder if that'll stay on when I fry it. You guys that do fried chicken, should I just go ahead and cut that off, or should I leave it? Ew, I touched it. I'm gonna have to wash the outside of this jar. I want a little more right there on that piece. All right, we're gonna let it sit for a little bit while we get everything else together. Okay, in the bowl, we're gonna add 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, garlic, and salt. Paprika. I have all those ingredients that I told you, and now I'm going to take some water. Not sure how much. You just make a slurry. I don't want to use the water that's in the tap at my house because the city has fluoride in the water, a toxic chemical, and I'd rather not have it in my food. Anyways, you make this slurry, and then you're going to soak your chicken down in it. Get this going here. All right, now this chicken's been marinating for a little while. What I got in there? The dough ball. All right, in the sink. Now, I'm just gonna get this coated really well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each piece of chicken, let it drain off for a second over the bowl, and then I'm going to put it in a flour and coat the flour all over the chicken, kind of like doing like a shake and bake. I put some flour in a Ziploc bag. I hope that's tight enough. Hope I didn't get too much water in there. All right, some oil warming. We're gonna go to 360 on that. This is flour here in this bag, and I put some more house seasoning in it, and I tasted it to make sure that it was as salty as I like. Okay, just gonna do this. Should we just do them one at a time? Let me tell you what, she took her batter after she got her chicken done, and she did this exact same thing But she did it with pork chops and she did potato wedges. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna do one at a time. My hands are dirty. Let me clean my hand off here. If I back up a little bit so you can see me better. I'm really struggling to film this video here. All right, let's see what we got here. I just heard my oil go off. I think my oil's ready. Be throwing all this away when I'm done, so I guess it doesn't really matter if I get my goober fingers on the outside. All right, let's take a look. Look at that, didn't even get any on there. I think this skin covered that. I'm thinking about cutting up a potato wedge just to try it. Should I do that? To try it. All right, here we go. If you go and watch that video I watched, you'll see I'm not following her recipe. I am incorporating some of the ways that she cooked her chicken. All right, here we go. Last one. That little piece of skin, I probably should have cut that off. All right. That's what they call shake and bake. It's on there pretty good. Just gonna let those sit for just a second while I wash my hands off. And then we're gonna put those in the oil. All right, let's see if this oil's ready. Ooh, did you see that? I think it's ready. Oh, that's kind of sticking off the... right, we're gonna let that cook for just a minute. I'm gonna give this kitchen a scrub down while we're waiting, and then we'll do a flip. I really want to turn it over, but I feel like I should wait just a few more minutes. I wish I had the oil a little bit deeper. I only bought a small container. Next time I'll know. As you can see, I turned my temperature up 5 degrees. All right, I'm gonna flip it. Really, this chicken should be covered all the way, I think, for like traditional fried chicken. Looking good. Oh my gosh, it's pretty crispy. I've never seen fried chicken with blood on it like that. Seems weird to me. All right, I cut up a potato. I'm gonna try it. I'm trying to decide if I want to put my fingers down in there. Well, that didn't go right in the flour. It went on the side. I'm just gonna put them all in there. All right, we're gonna shake this up. I think that, oh my gosh, my counter's getting covered in all this dry flour that was on the outside. I'm making a huge mess. All right, those are covered pretty good. I'm gonna pull this chicken off. I'm just gonna stick it right here. Wow. Now, one thing that she said about this chicken is if you're cooking big batches of it, you can just stick it on a rack that drains, you know, just like a cookie sheet, and you can put your chicken in the oven, and it will stay warm, and it'll stay crispy while you're cooking the rest of your chicken, which I thought was genius. All right, we're gonna put these little potato wedges in. My oil probably should be a little bit deeper, but I don't know. I'm so chintzy on stuff like that because I know I'm just going to toss it and I don't want to waste. So there we go. We'll just let those go. Let me show you. There's still tons of this left. I'm just going to toss it And I'm not pouring it down the drain. Some people are worried about the flour going down the pipes, so we'll just go with the garbage. Probably just put it in here and just put it in the garbage can. Those are looking kind of cool. All right, we'll let those cook for a little bit and then I will bring you back. That's what our chicken looks like. It's gonna rest there for just a second. I'm gonna wait on a potato wedge and then I'm gonna taste them. You know, I could take a lot of this gravy and or out all this oil out and I could make gravy in there too. I should probably show you this. This is an air fryer. There's a lid that goes on top. It seats down right in here. A great big lid that closes down. It air fries beautifully. I have made chili in here. I've made spaghetti sauce in here. I have air fried burritos and chicken nuggets, and I've cooked meatballs and chicken now. So versatile, and look at all of the different settings there are on this. There's so many different settings. I got this as a gift from my mother for, on a Christmas, and I just love it. I use it all the time. I will link it. I will link it if anybody is curious. All right, these have been going for a while. I've been turning them now and then. I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn them off. And we're gonna give this all a taste test. Okay, we're gonna taste this. Ooh! I was gonna try potato wedge first, but they're still too hot, way too hot. All right, we're gonna try the chicken. Smells delicious. All right. Mmm. The crunch. Mm-hmm. See how it's still hot? It's juicy. If it's juicy, does that mean it's not done? Mmm. It's so good. It's so hot. I should wait a minute. I'm gonna have another bite. Okay, two things. Because I marinated the chicken with the garlic, salt, pepper, the house seasoning, next time I would not put as much seasoning in the flour. This is so good. The crunch. I don't know if you can hear that. The skin is amazing. It's delicious. The meat is delicious all the way through. All right, let's try a potato wedge. They're really super hot. Mmm. Perfect. The seasoning for that was perfect. Mmm. The potatoes done. I let them cook for, I don't know, probably 10 minutes. And I flipped them. I flipped them every couple of minutes. Mmm. Oh, so good. Hot. I wish you could be here to taste these. I want to thank you for coming along and watching me struggle in this tiny little kitchen. It was really a struggle for me to do all the different steps in the space that I have. If I was at my mom's, I could have it all filleted out and, you know, cook and do all the things that I wanted to do to make this chicken perfect. It tastes amazing. The potato wedges, I think even if I don't do chicken, I think I would do potato wedges like that. They are so good. They are delicious. They're better than the ones that you get like at Smith's in the counter, you know, the chicken counter. They're better than those. Crunchy on the outside, tender on the inside. Okay. Really hot. Sorry. Really good. I totally would do this again. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to try to figure out a way so that I can do all the steps and not, I need to pick up a few things to do that. For one, I need a cooling rack. I guess really I didn't need a rack. That's only if you're going to be doing like large amounts of chicken. You can put it in the oven and keep it crispy and hot while you're waiting for the rest to cook. But if I was going to do like Sunday dinner at my mom's and we had like 10 people, I totally would do it. So, all right. That's it. That's my copycat recipe. I took like 4 different videos and schmoozed them all into one video. And I kind of used 1 or 2 things from each one. I'll link my 2 favorites. And I appreciate you coming along. I had a good time. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to keep going, keep growing, because we always have things to learn.